Welcome guys and girls to the Main Event Podcast, the only podcast you need for all your weekly updates, news, information, rumours and entertainment surrounding the WWE. As always, I'm Raza and finally joining me again are Arif and Imran. Guys, it has been a while. How have you been?
Welcome back to the podcast, the real podcast with real stars. It feels great.
Finally, Imran and Arif have come back to the Main Event Podcast.
And yeah, Imran just said real stars. That's quite a low blow, yeah. But anyway,
Who are you?
He's
It doesn't matter who you are.
we're at it already. What are we?
Just a man. La, la, la.
I don't even think we're a minute into it, but yeah. How have you guys been? What have you thought about what's going on in WWE in recent weeks? I've actually forgot the last time you were here, so I don't know what happened.
It was like 2-3 weeks
Only
ago.
2-3 weeks ago. It seems forever. I enjoyed it.
It actually does. It actually does. And I missed this podcast. I missed the fans. And sorry I've been away, but
I missed
we're
you.
back.
I missed you too, Arif.
Well, it seems like the fans missed me. I mean, if we take a gander on last week's episode on YouTube, there were two separate comments.
By the same
Two
person.
separate comments.
By the same person, so it doesn't count.
By the same person, yet still 100% of the comments were asking for Arif to come back because they miss him.
Really?
That's
Really?
actually a genuine comment.
I've not. Oh, okay. I've not seen this message.
I saw it.
You don't look at the YouTube page. It's not my fault.
Wow. But yeah, it is. I'm glad that you guys are back.
I'm back.
Yep.
And I'm better than ever. Got a knack
Oh God.
for making things better. I'm a maniac. Something, Eric Bischoff's team. That's it.
But yeah, as in you can probably tell they're back. It's good to have them back, and this time the episode is up on time once again, and we will try our best to keep up the consistency as we head towards some exciting pay-per-views in a couple of months, Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. But before that, it's Payback, which is this Sunday, Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. So as expected, more matches and information has been released, and we are here to keep you all aware of what is going on in episode 28 of the Main Event Podcast, the 25th consecutive episode, which is up well in time. And as always, want to thank the fans and friends of the Main Event Podcast. We truly do appreciate all of your support, however you are showing it, whether you are tweeting to get people to tune in, or you tune in yourself, or whether you recommend other listeners to tune in as well. Any and all help is truly appreciated. So hopefully your efforts don't go to waste. But again, if you do find any of us on any social media sites, don't hesitate to contact us. Like I said, personally, I'm having good in-depth conversations with some of you, which is good to see what you think of the product and what you think of the episodes as well. So that's really good. Our content, as you know, as you're listening on different formats, is not available only on YouTube. But those of you that use iTunes on a regular basis, perhaps downloading our podcast off the iTunes store is a better option. As much as we do enjoy the views, we also want you to download the episodes. BlackBerry users, you too can check us out on your store, wherever you download podcasts from, podomatic.com. We also upload our content there, and of course, Stitcher.com.
Uh-oh.
It's been a few weeks, Arif, so I think it's time.
Uh-oh. Stitcher. Oh, now I've got to think of... Okay. Stall them, guys. Stall them.
But yeah, Stitcher is a website where you can add our podcast to your playlist to listen to it on the go.
It's like traveling around the world in 30 seconds.
There you have it. As I said, we do love the views, but downloads are equally important to us. Whether it is 100 listeners or 5 listeners.
Without any breaks.
With 3 downloads or 27 downloads. We don't do this for that. We do it because it's our passion and we love discussing it. Remember, you can contact us in a variety of ways, anywhere and everywhere possible. You can like us on Facebook at The Main Event Podcast. Send us an email at tmepodcast@gmail.com. Apart from the spammers, which I've deleted about 27 conversations telling me they earn $9,500 in 12 hours.
Do you want to increase the size of your pay packet?
So annoying. I've deleted so many. And if you want to, you can visit our website, www.tme-podcast.com.
There's a lot of silence here. It must mean podcast with a P.
There we are. Hopefully now that we have some more free time, we should be able to update the site more often. We probably won't, but I have to say this every single week. So yeah, please do get in touch for anything you want WWE related. Hopefully stick with us on this journey to become a top or even a recognizable WWE podcast. I did forget to mention, obviously, Arif's creepy Mysterio thing as well. If you're
for only $8
yeah,
and
for
93
only,
cents.
yeah. Right then, we do have a packed show today, and rightfully so. A return for Arif and Imran, so let's put them through their paces today. We have the reviews, we have the news, we do have the Payback predictions as well. And also, if you cast your minds back to the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, where we were predicting outcomes, I believe one of us lost.
Yeah.
So please tune in a little later on to see who the loser was and what the loser has to do. Obviously, I'm saying this with a massive smile on my face, so that kind of does give a hint away.
Nope, did not happen.
But yeah, let's stay tuned for that a little later on. It probably will be worth it. But let's get right to it now. No more time wasting on the show. Back with the best review of the worst wrestling show that WWE brings to us every single week. It is Imran and his Friday Night SmackDown review in London.
Yes, and what a way to mark our return by SmackDown being taped from London. And SmackDown opens with Jimmy Hart in the ring, and he introduces, the immortal Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan comes out, makes his way down to the ring, the fans are off their feet, and for once, it doesn't seem edited. And he makes his way into the ring and he says he feels really awesome being back in the UK, and Jimmy Hart has not been the same since being in the Legends house, which makes me realize where this promo is going. Yep, it's just another promotion for the WWE Network by Hulk Hogan. He talks about the WWE Network some more, but says right now it's about looking at the future and it's looking very bright. He brings up the UK and that we will be getting the WWE Network soon, unless you're like me. Then he just ends by saying, "What you gonna do when Hulkamania run wild on you?" It wasn't the best of introductions or openings for SmackDown, if you wish. Then next up, we get a commercial for the Usos versus the Wyatts in the main event is announced. We get highlights are shown of where Batista destroys Dolph Ziggler from last week, which leads on to the match next, which is a no DQ match with Dolph Ziggler taking on Batista, and to no one's surprise, Batista gets the win. After the match, Batista nails the Batista bomb to send a further message. The Bo Dallas vintages are shown because change is coming.
Vintages?
Vintage Bo Dallas.
Yes. Vintage Bro Dallas.
I said it wrong. What is it then?
Surely you mean yes.
Yes, it is. Yes. My apologies. However, he's still making his debut, even if I say it wrong.
Sheeps in the impact zone.
Yep. And then we get a Divas match, and normally this is my T match, but it was Cameron and Naomi versus Eva Marie and Nikki Bella with special guest referee Summer Rae. And for once, I decided to watch this match. We got clips of Total Divas, which I have stopped watching recently.
Yeah. Stop.
I actually have.
Stop watching.
But back to the match.
Watching.
It's clear how this match is going to pan out, with Summer Rae not counting the pins for Eva Marie or Nikki Bella. I don't know why. I don't watch Total Divas. Then Nikki tags in Eva. They hit a double leg sweep, which Summer Rae does not count either. Cameron rolls up Eva Marie, and Summer Rae hits a really quick pin.
Now, one thing I really don't understand about the Total Diva segment, are they not just recording this 6 months ago and then using those clips for feuds right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eva Marie and Summer Rae were friends.
We wouldn't know that. We wouldn't.
But then this makes no sense though, because then surely by the end of the season, if they've made friends, then this feud is stupid because this already happened 6 months ago.
Well, I don't know. I think they've only got one more episode of Total Divas left, which is the finale.
No, but it's like the Natalia and Summer Rae feud when she slapped her. She slapped her 6 months ago, and then they sort it out now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand. And then the same thing with Natalia. She drew that terrible painting for Nikki Bella, and then they had a feud after. And it's like, why? Just fight her at WrestleMania then.
Yeah. I don't understand. It's WWE. They've not got a right package of the shows aren't immersed properly, if you wish.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it does.
Divas.
But guys, finally, Bo Dallas makes his debut. He comes out to cheesy music. He turns around, gets up on the ramp, makes his way down. He stands in the ring with a cheesy smile and says that he is proof that dreams do come true. Those dreams can be felt in your heart and just believe.
Yes.
I'm a believer. I can say it proudly.
I'm a believer.
But out comes Sin Cara and we get a Bo Dallas vs Sin Cara match. And yep, you've guessed it. Only one way this win is going to go to Bo Dallas. He gets the win. He runs around the ring screaming, "I did it." It was a great debut, but it was really forgettable. It's such a shame because nobody will be talking about this debut. Nobody will remember this debut.
I think
Now, did
the end of the
Sin
match-
Cara have his blue lights for this match?
Did he?
I don't think so.
I don't think he did he?
He didn't. Yeah.
I'll add the end of
Bo
the match
Dallas
when-
is bigger than Sin Cara.
when
Yes.
Bo Dallas went and congratulated
Nobody
him and
remember.
everything. That was pretty
It's the
cool.
first step.
Yeah. It was a brilliant debut, but
Guys,
it
it's
was
the
forgettable.
first step up the mountain.
He's made
Come on, Bo.
he's
you
made
can
more
do it.
he's made more changes than CM Punk already. I
Yep.
give credit to him for that.
Ice cream bars. Next
And
ice
this-
cream bar.
Yeah, but guys, can we actually count this as a debut? Because I'm sure he was a main roster start like a couple of years ago, last year.
Let's forget that happened.
That was,
Yeah, it's like his brother Husky Harris.
Yeah.
And talking about him, they're here. Bray Wyatt makes his way to the ring. He says he can hear them calling out to him. He says that evil is a real thing. We live inside a bubble. We are safe and secure. Nothing can hurt us while we are in that bubble.
Well,
They
thank
have
God
made
for
us
that.
prisoners.
Good thing.
They have made us prisoners when we go against them and they send in John Cena. He is supposed to tell us that everything will be okay. This is not a prison. This is our home. He feels that this monster has controlled him and us for a long time. He says Cena has recruited the Usos as his new pawn. But now he will drop them when he can. Tonight, his brothers will teach them that they can't be tamed, a beast that they cannot fear. When John Cena falls, he will be standing. He sings the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole world in his hands. Then we get Paul Heyman and Cesaro on commentary for the next match, where Sheamus beats Alberto Del Rio after interference by Cesaro, who hits a neutralizer on the US champion. Then we get Vicky Guerrero in the ring, and apparently she can party. Out comes Adam Rose. And he nails all of his catchphrases and then asks her if she is a lemon or rosebud.
Rosebud.
The crowd chants lemon. She says she's not and he needs to get out of the ring. He shoves a lollipop into her face. She falls off the apron. She goes into the group of people that the Rosebuds that Adam Rose came with, and they carry her around the ring. The Usos do a backstage promo talking about how the Wyatts are a family, but they have been a family since 1985. He says that Cena...
Reza's the lemon of this podcast.
I am.
Yep. He says that Cena is the big Uso, so it seems like Cena is the Rikishi now. Cena tries to do a Hulk Hogan impersonation,
Terrible.
which it was very terrible. That even the Usos did
Wait,
not know
what?
what you're talking about.
1 minute. Cena tries to do a Hulk Hogan impersonation. What, by winning every single match that he's ever been in and then only doing 3 moves?
Yeah,
This time on the
but
mic.
that's-
Oh,
That's-
right. On the mic.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I thought you meant just in real life.
yeah, about the past 10 years.
Yeah. He is the new Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. But he switches gears and he says that actions speak louder than words. They pound their chest, Wolf of Wall Street style, and walk off. Finally, we get to the main event. Even if it's a tag team mirror match, I don't think we've had them for some time. Where we have Luke Harper and Eric Rowan versus the Usos. One of the Usos, both the Usos, who knows? It was a good match, back and forth, with the Usos doing their thing, flying left and right. Luke Harper looked great as always, but Eric Rowan still looks like the weakling out of the family because he's still very stiff. Bray Wyatt and Cena are at ringside, which only means one thing. Bray Wyatt gets involved, pushing Jey Uso off the top rope. John Cena hits the AA on Eric Rowan. Bray Wyatt and John Cena stare down to end SmackDown.
Well, that was SmackDown
Well, someone seemed to have missed
Yeah,
their
it was.
cue.
in London, and I didn't like it that much. But what does my opinion matter? Imran, it's your show. You tell us what you thought of it.
What just happened? There seems to have a lot of changes seem to have happened
Yeah.
since we've been gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Rosa
falling asleep during the
definitely-
SmackDown now.
It's not. It's just usually because I'm there for the last 2 weeks talking to myself all the way. So I thought I'd take a break this week.
Well, I enjoyed it,
You did.
but not the show, the review.
Oh no, the
show was
review I
terrible.
enjoyed. The review I always
Oh.
enjoy. I'll give it the greatest title you could ask for. I just hate the show. So I give credit to Imran for keeping me interested in a terrible show.
Oh, God.
Guys, normally, like, I hype up SmackDown. I'd be like, oh, it's a great wrestling show. It's all about the matches. But this week was awful. Like, so extremely disappointing. I mean, it was good for a UK show because UK they don't really put on the best shows in UK, but it's pointless. SmackDown is pointless. And I've got the most pointless show on earth to review. It's like hell.
But you do it so well, so why not?
Yeah. But as you can tell, it was very predictable. It had some decent matches, but matches like Dolph Ziggler versus Batista, where Batista's just going to destroy Dolph Ziggler, pointless. Good promos, but seemed to drag. Good but forgettable debut. Adam Rose just isn't getting it right. Or are they just not using him right? Not a great SmackDown. Pointless.
Rating?
I would give it a 1 out of 5 stars.
Ooh, that is very low. But yeah, I probably would agree it's not the greatest shows. But this does lead us nicely into Monday Night Raw in Knoxville, Tennessee. I think I should review the show, but Arif, I do have a question to ask.
Oh, please.
You know I like you. You're
You
a
do?
great friend. I enjoy every minute I spend with you on the podcast. It's been great. Will you
On the podcast, off the podcast,
Same,
in
yeah.
the podcast, out the podcast.
will you kindly accept my request of asking you to be my sound effects guy?
Oh, of course, Reza.
There you have it.
Monday Night Raw. Woo, 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 woo.
Not that much.
Woo,
Take it down a level.
Sorry.
Yeah. Bloody
This
hell.
is the old Raw. The old Raw set. This is what
But yeah.
we used to do.
This week's show does begin with an extensive Memorial Day video package. After that, we do go inside the arena, and Justin Roberts introduces Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. King of Kings plays on the PA system,
Behold the King of Kings.
and out come the Authority. And Stephanie does begin by welcoming us to a historic edition of Monday Night Raw. She said tonight it's all about choices. She said Daniel Bryan has the choice tonight to do the right thing and surrender the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which cue the yes chants. Triple H continues by talking about how some people become flash in the pans and some people become legends. He calls Daniel Bryan a flash in the pan. We then hear
No.
a light CM Punk chant in the
No.
in the
How
crowd.
much of this do I have to do, by the way?
Not all of it, but
Right.
whenever you
Thank God.
feel necessary, so you can split
Fair
it
enough.
out. It's a 3-hour show, so you can probably figure it out when you should.
Fair enough.
Triple H just continue by talking about how some people, I've just said that, haven't I? Flash in the pans, Daniel Bryan's a flash
Yep.
in the pan, and some people become legends. He then talks about how Evolution are legends and that the Shield won't be able to stop them at Payback this Sunday. He then goes on to talk about the contract signing tonight between Evolution and the Shield. Stephanie then takes over and says an issue with Raw General Manager Brad Maddox needs to be addressed. She orders Brad to come out to the ring. He does come to the ring and Triple H yells at him for allowing Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns to serve as guest commentators for the Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins versus Batista match last week. Despite orders from the authority that no member of the Shield should be at ringside, Triple H then asks Brad Maddox to explain himself. Brad Maddox says he didn't want to let the Shield be guest commentators. He says he was forced. Stephanie says she heard Maddox got roughed up by the Shield and understands that he didn't have a choice. She says he hopes he understands that right now they have no choice. Kane's music then, what timing? Kane's music then hits and the pyro explodes. The Big Red Machine does make his way to the ring. Stephanie orders Kane to teach him a lesson. Kane obliges as Triple H punches him first and chokeslams Maddox and then Tombstone piledrivers him.
Did you not think the timing of all this seemed really off? Kane seemed to hold him with the chokehold for quite a while.
And it wasn't on
before hitting
camera.
The chokeslam.
It wasn't even on camera for a bit.
It was really weird, wasn't it?
But yeah. And then Kane and the authority stood over a fallen Brad Maddox as the music plays, but Stephanie asks for the music to be cut. She says she forgot to mention one thing. She tells Brad Maddox, Arif if you will.
You're fired!
Steph Rollins. Triple H King of
Steph Rollins, McMahon, Helmsley.
Yeah, Triple H's music plays again as the authority and Kane make their way to the back. After a commercial, we get another Bo Dallas makes his Raw debut tonight. We see Cesaro and Paul Heyman already standing in the ring as RVD is introduced by Justin Roberts and he makes his way to the ring, but following him quickly is Bad News Barrett. He cuts a Bad News promo on his way to the ring, talks about Memorial Day, about being the first day of summer, and how
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
He says something about their stomachs and stuff like that.
Popping out over their shorts.
Something along those lines, but very well played. And he talked about Van Damme losing to him this Sunday at Payback. The match between Cesaro and RVD finished when Cesaro did defeat him. After that, Sheamus came out, attacked Cesaro and shook his hand, as he did the previous week. Eva Marie with
1-800-fella.
Nikki Bella in her corner took on Summer Rae. Diva singles match, not the best of matches, as Fandango and Layla came out, danced, made out, Eva rolled up Summer Rae and got the pinfall victory. Yeah, exactly. We go backstage and we see Randy Orton and Batista talking in Triple H's office. In walks Goldust and Cody Rhodes, the Brotherhood. Orton asks them what they're doing here, and Cody Rhodes says they're issuing an open challenge, and they argue a little bit, and Cody Rhodes says they are still Triple H's lapdogs like they were years ago, and if I remember correctly, he said RK blows and a skinny jean to sell out to Batista.
Yep.
Oh, that was good.
Do you not think it would have been better though if Cody Rhodes had said something along the lines of, "Oh, you poop in bags"?
Fair point. But actually, when he did say
Orton.
that, to me it looked like Orton genuinely laughed at that.
Oh yeah, he did with the skinny jean sellout.
You could tell he laughed at that. But yeah, Triple H does come out when they're arguing and says they will be in a match as they do issue an open challenge. But Triple H says this won't be any ordinary match. Our next match, El Torito defeats Drew McIntyre. I don't even...
What?
Yeah, let's just...
But he's the chosen one.
Just move on. Just move on.
The chosen one.
The White family make their way to the ring next. Bray Wyatt starts off by singing.
Jack.
He's got the whole world in his hands. Bray goes on to cut a typical Bray Wyatt style promo until he eventually sets his sights on Jerry the King Lawler from nowhere as well, which I was surprised by.
Yeah.
Wyatt orders Lawler to get into the ring. He refuses, and then he insults JBL, and I love this because JBL took his coat off and stood up and advanced to the Wyatt family. Luke Harper ends up hitting him with a clothesline from hell. I think it's his own finisher, wasn't it? And Jerry Lawler is practically forced to get into the ring. And Bray Wyatt makes him sit in a chair in the centre of the ring. Bray Wyatt continues to talk trash to Jerry Lawler about him supporting John Cena. They're about to attack him, ultimately leading to a John Cena run-in for the save. Cena battles off Harper and Eric Rowan, but eventually the numbers game is too much. Harper and Rowan beat down Cena and hold him up as Bray Wyatt demands to watch what he does to his friend Jerry Lawler. I genuinely thought he was going to attack him then, but as
I was worried that he was.
Yeah, as Harper and Rowan hand Lawler off to Wyatt, the Uso makes his way to the ring for the save.
Isn't it weird though that he had to do his hacker dance first? It took him ages to get to the ring.
He's got to be done. It has to be done. And they end up cleaning house, and the Wyatt family retreat. They are standing on stage as John Cena cuts a promo on Wyatt from the ring, eventually leading him to talking about their showdown this Sunday at WWE Payback, telling Bray that Payback will be a bitch. Cena's music hits, and that's it. And we head to another commercial break. Strong work from Bray Wyatt there.
As always.
As always.
You expect that. John Cena, not so much. He didn't look too believable.
I like the way that they didn't really give him too much to do though.
Yeah. We return from commercial break, and I was surprised Zack Ryder's music hits. He makes his way to the ring. That's the first time we've ever had on the podcast. First time. First time.
Whoa.
I think it's the first time. This is the first time we're actually mentioning him as well, isn't it?
But the Holy Horse is...
Oh, radio, tell me everything you know.
Because Lana ends up cutting him off before he even does anything. He has a big flag in his hands, and she cuts a typical Lana-type promo talking about Vladimir Putin and how resistance is futile and how these people are all stupid Americans, pathetic Americans. Ultimately leading to an introduction for Rusev. As expected, Rusev defeats Zack Ryder. After getting the win, Rusev refuses to let go of the accolade, which results in Big E eventually making a run-in, beating down Rusev and knocking him out of the ring. We then...
Now we did mention this before the podcast.
Yeah.
In a little conversation, and I know that you are going to mention this in the news as well.
Yeah.
But why is it that Rusev only fights black people?
Yeah.
Why does Rusev only fight black people?
Wait.
That's a good question. Great question.
No, look, Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, Xavier Woods, now Biggie Langston.
Does he... Is it me, or does he think black people are from Ukraine?
Is it? No, it's the Russian thing. They hate blacks and gays. Oh my god, he is going to destroy...
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say it.
Damn you.
I'm not going to say it. I promised I wouldn't say it.
Alright, man, that's offensive. Anyway, Evolution's music hits. Batista...
That's Rusev. Rusev Butria. Rusev Pachka.
I like Rusev. I like this gimmick.
Rusev blacks. Rusev gays. That's what he's trying to say.
Evolution's music hits next, and Batista and Randy Orton make their way to the ring for tag team action. Out next is the Brotherhood, Goldust and Cody Rhodes. A decent match, which saw Rhodes being eliminated first. We thought that's the end of it, but Justin Roberts announced that he's been informed that this match is now a no-holds-barred elimination match. The Evolution members then take it to Goldust 2-on-1 with ease. Orton blasting with an RKO, followed up by Batista bomb from Batista. 1, 2, 3, match over. Batista and Randy Orton win. Another commercial. When we return from it, we see Sin Cara standing inside the ring, but JBL does return to commentary table after the attack he suffered at the hands of Luke Harper and the Wyatt family earlier in the show. Out next...
I had to.
He does say he wouldn't do it again. Out next is the highlight of the show, Bo Dallas, who's making his Raw debut in a rematch from SmackDown against Sin Cara.
Yeah, it's actually a re-debut.
A re-debut, because, yeah.
Well, it's his Raw debut, so it's a Raw debut.
The bell rings, here we go. Dallas does get the upper hand earlier on, executing some high spots from the top rope to Sin Cara. Bo Dallas does win. He congratulated Sin Cara again on being a good sport. And, another lap of honour. Bo Dallas is pretty good. I hope this does work for him.
Well, you do miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly. You just got to bowl Levi. It's as simple as that.
Yep. Just got to bowl Levi.
Stephanie McMahon is then introduced as she makes her way to the ring. Stephanie talks about Daniel Bryan and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship situation. She introduces Bryan, and Daniel Bryan does come to the ring, and the fans break out in a loud, passionate yes chant. Bryan talks about the WWE World Heavyweight Championship situation, ultimately refusing to relinquish the belts. It did seem like he was going to at one point. Oh, I've got no choice but to do this. I got no choice but to do this. But then he says no. After Bryan refuses...
I'm sorry to stop you there, but that makes no sense at all. Daniel Bryan, you absolute idiot. I've got no choice but I'm not going to do it.
Exactly.
You do have a choice.
After Bryan refuses, Stephanie gets angry. She shows a video clip of Brie Bella pushing her a few weeks ago that informs Bryan that at Payback this Sunday, either he surrenders the WWE World Heavyweight Championship or Brie will be Arif.
Fire!
And yeah, I have no idea why that was even there. I was genuinely hoping that that situation will be cleared on Raw, and we have a better idea of whether the title will be vacant, whether there'll be a new champion. But I guess we now have to wait till Payback to see what does happen.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
it gets Bryan onto the pay-per-view, I guess.
Mm.
yeah, I mean, I've got a few theories about that myself.
Let's not call them theories. Let's call them.
I would love for the World Heavyweight title situation to be cleared up, because it's been 3 weeks running.
Yep.
3 weeks running, it's been like this.
Well, I mean, there was a massive rumour online. I'm not including the news because I don't know how, if that's going to happen. I got a feeling Bryan will come back, but apparently there were talks of, at Money in the Bank, they were not going to have a contract in the briefcase. They were going to do it for the titles instead.
No.
I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
No.
I don't think it will happen.
Unless they have 2 ladder matches.
As in, for me, the best thing would be
just the title.
just split the titles up again. I mean, you need a second champion that you can fall back on.
Exactly. For situations like
Exactly.
this.
You know it's going to happen, so you need to prepare. But
People get injured all the time. It doesn't matter where you are on the card. When there's one person injured, another champion can take his place at the top of the card. When you have 2, you have that option. Right now, you really don't.
Yeah, I think SmackDown does need a champion as well, because SmackDown is pointless. It's
lacking.
Got nothing. Yeah.
But yeah, another Divas match. Emma defeats Alicia Fox. And when we return from the commercial break, we see Davy Crockett introduced.
Oh!
You?
If you
Behold the power of...
If you didn't notice, with his incredible disguise, Davy Crockett was actually Damien Sandow. Out next, accompanied by his Rosebuds, is Adam Rose, and yeah, Adam Rose wins that. Nothing more I've got to say about that.
Davy Crockett on Memorial Day.
I'm going to keep the faith a little longer. This is going somewhere. World Heavyweight Champion. After that, the WWE United States Champion Sheamus is introduced after some video packages from SmackDown earlier on tonight as well on Raw. They're just recapping the short feud between Sheamus and Cesaro. Sheamus' opponent tonight, Alberto Del Rio. Sheamus does go on to win that match, and Sheamus hears a unique voice announcing his win on the microphone. The camera pans over, and we see that it's Paul Heyman. Heyman, of course, in case you didn't know, his client Brock Lesnar did, break the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania. He continues to talk about stuff, distract Sheamus, which allows Cesaro to attack him from behind. Cesaro goes on to beat him down for a solid minute or 2. After that, we head to another commercial break. Next, Michael Cole is standing in the ring with a table and a bunch of chairs set up. It's time for the contract signing for the match at this Sunday's Payback event between The Shield and Evolution. Before Cole can even fully introduce The Shield, their music hits.
Sierra Hotel, Indigo, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
And they make their way to the ring through the crowd. Dean Ambrose starts things off on the mic, talks a bit, heading to Seth Rollins. During both speeches, the Shield members throw pretty much every single chair as well as the table.
They attack the chairs
and
tables.
For showing their frustrations. From there, Evolution's theme music plays, and out come Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista. As Evolution makes the way to the ring, Triple H in detail explains to the Shield why them signing the contract tonight to face them at Payback is them signing papers that guarantees we have seen the last of the Shield on Raw.
Shouldn't every single match always have a contract signing?
Yeah, as in it's just one of those segments to fill to the show. But yeah, a House of Justice chant breaks out as the Shield members one by one sign the contract. Reigns signs it last and throws the contract and pen out of the ring and onto the floor. Triple H picks it up and one by one all members of Evolution sign the contract. Afterwards, Triple H goes on to verbally intimidate the Shield some more, but Reigns immediately cuts him off and says to shut up, get in the ring and fight.
Here we go.
Evolution hops onto the apron as the Shield members get in a fight stance. Evolution pause on the apron but eventually come into the ring. As expected, all 6 guys immediately hug, I'm joking, go at it as the fans in Knoxville break out into a This Is Awesome chant. The Shield starts to get the upper hand. However, Triple H uses a sledgehammer, his best friend, to give Evolution the offensive advantage in this brawl.
The fourth member of Evolution, Michael.
After beating down each member of the Shield, the sledgehammer, Triple H, along with Orton and Batista, set Reigns up for a triple powerbomb through the announcer table, and they hit it, putting Reigns through the table in violent fashion. Triple H then grabbed the sledgehammer again as he and the other members of Evolution stand over, beating down Roman Reigns to end the go-home edition of Raw as we head towards Payback this Sunday. I didn't like the show. I'll say it there.
Okay.
I will thank Bray Wyatt for keeping me interested. I enjoyed Bo Dallas as well. Nothing spectacular apart from the closing stages of the contract signing. Nothing to genuinely make me want to tune into Payback. So I'm pleased it is free, but I'd give it a 2.5 out of 5. I think it was well below expectations.
Wow.
I wanted the situation cleared of the title tonight, and it wasn't. It's not a good show to have the last Raw before a payback event, which doesn't have the title on the line anyway.
I mean, at least Payback's got something interesting now.
Yeah.
Regarding the world WWE World Heavyweight World Title.
World.
But the thing is, like, for me, there was so much up in the air right now. Batista up in the air, the GM situation up in the air, the world title situation up in the air, and it's not great, is it?
What can you do, though? Arif, what did you think of it?
Raw was exactly what we thought it was always going to be this week. They weren't going to sort anything out. They just want to try and get more buys for the WWE Network. And what's the best way of doing that? By putting everything on the pay-per-view.
I don't know. I think it's a good job that we don't have to actually pay for it on Sky Box Office. It's on Sky Sports, thankfully.
Yep.
And but yeah, I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. I really didn't like it.
But from one terrible thing to a review of another.
Right.
And if we cast our minds back, ladies and gentlemen, to the last pay-per-view, which was, I believe it was Extreme Rules.
I'm very happy to do that. Cast our mind back to.
Nope.
We had a little prediction show, did we not?
I believe we did.
Yes, we did, and Reza, you lost.
Well. Actually, Imran, by a score of 82-0, it seems like you lost
Wow.
the prediction show. And so therefore, I must ask you now
Yes.
to carry on
Yes.
reviewing
Yes.
Christmas Bounty.
The results were rigged, and so
Whoa.
I did not have the opportunity to watch
Hold on.
Christmas Bounty.
Though they're not linked.
Take your loss like a man.
Do you know what? 1 minute. So if I can get this right, as the rule maker for this little here game, you haven't watched Christmas Bounty.
No, because you didn't announce who lost.
I announced who lost. If you listen to the podcast, being a host,
You listen to
I
didn't.
I listened to it. I didn't listen to that one bit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I lost at WrestleMania. I can say that proudly, and I did go on to review Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery, and yeah, I did what I was asked to do. But
Yep.
it seems
No matter. We're not here to cause any sort of discomfort, because instead, Imran, I have prepared a forfeit.
Okay.
If you would so kindly join me in the little booth here. Just gonna walk into the booth.
seems you were prepared for this, Arif.
I have. I brought in a booth. Okay, we're inside the booth now.
Yes.
That's the door closing. Imran,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a list of songs
Okay.
that you have to sing.
Okay.
You may source the music for the background song yourself, or you can do it a cappella if you'd like. You may get the lyrics online, or you can make them up as you wish. But they're all wrestling songs, and they all
damn.
related to wrestlers currently in the WWE. All
Damn.
legends. The first song that we would like you to sing is the Shawn Michaels Heartbreak Kid track.
Oh yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to record this section in particular, then please start now.
Arif,
Yes?
would you be able to hum the music at the background, please?
Well, you need to do the start bit.
that's what I'm looking forward to. Stop it.
I'm supposed to be singing lyrics.
You need to.
Okay.
I'm glad it's not me. My voice cannot go that high.
Hey, you've got 4 more songs after this, Imran, so you might want to hurry this
Wow.
up.
Oh, guys, I'm not ready
Christmas
for this.
Bounty doesn't sound so bad now, does it?
Honestly, views, like, I was not informed of this. I was not told of this. Like, I've never sang
Less talking, more singing.
to you.
Shawn Michaels, please.
Okay. Oh, Sean. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives the girls wild. I've got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. Not your boy.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, that's song number 1.
Oh god.
Song number 2. Song number 2, and you may want to get the lyrics for this while I stall. It's the John Cena.
Oh. Yeah.
Which one? Word Life or
I
My
said word
time is
life.
now.
I said word.
Word Life? Word
Word
Life.
life.
Word Life it is. Word Life. Okay, you can go get the lyrics. I will
Yes.
stall right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Main Event Podcast proudly brings to you its forfeited tag team champions of the world, Imran and Imran. Oh, he's got
Right,
the music. I heard
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't have the lyrics.
That's perfect.
It doesn't have the lyrics.
You can find the lyrics somewhere else.
Search
This is
engine.
the internet.
Was it Doctor of Thugonomics theme?
That's the one. The Doctor of Thugonomics.
That's so
Ladies and
cringeworthy.
gentlemen, the Doctor of Thugonomics.
Oh my god.
Yes, Imran Raja.
He has a doctorate in Thugonomics.
Where can I study that?
Let
Right.
that just sink in for a second.
Hmm?
He did his bachelor's degree
Yes.
in Thugonomics, then
Yes.
decided to do a master's in a Thugonomic style discipline,
Yes.
and then I believe PhD
In Thugonomics,
in
yes.
Thugonomics
I mean,
itself.
Arif,
Yes.
we are, I like to think of us as an entertainment and educational podcast. If for our college students who are looking to go to university, where can you tell them the best institutions to study this thugonomics you speak of?
Well, of course, in John Cena's hometown of insert
Westbury,
hometown here,
Massachusetts.
Boston. Yep, Boston, Massachusetts. You can go to Philadelphia, where you can be born and raised in the playground
Yep.
and spend most of
Okay.
your days.
Okay.
You
right.
you may go to the Bronx University to study thugonomics.
That's highly
You may go
recommended.
to
Yeah, guys, I think I'm ready. I don't know how this is going to work out.
Please,
That's
I
it.
need to listen to this.
let's go.
Copyright, who cares?
So, you think you're untouchable?
Well, like, this is...
You're not a background. You're not a backup singer.
This isn't fair.
You're not a backup singer.
We will carry on doing this until you do it right.
This is so awful. I actually, I genuinely can't do this. But this is, but the basic thugonomics. Well, like,
You need to do the.
but I'm
You gotta do all that stuff.
well, life. This is basic thugonomics. Thugonomics. Well, life. I'm untouchable, but I'm something.
Forcing you to
I'm
feel.
fighting, spitting. I can't do this.
Come on,
We need a bit more.
come on. You can do it.
An ass kissing.
I'm just let him move on. Let him move on. Let him move on to the next one.
Oh, bantam. Holding up. What does this say? Cramps?
Let's move on to the third. Please move on to the third
Okay,
song.
okay. Number three.
Oh, guys, this is... Oh.
Number three. You're halfway through now. If you do this one, you're halfway through. Randy Orton voices.
That's not bad.
Oh,
You gotta sing it in key.
yeah. This is good. Now you're talking.
I'm expecting this to be...
You go on?
I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me. You've got your rules and your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when the rules start getting broken, you start questioning your faith. I have a voice that is my savior. Hate to love and love to hate. And have a voice that has the knowledge and the power to rule your fate. I hear voices crying.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
That was good.
I taste blood that's drying. I feel tension rising.
You love it, don't you?
Oh, that was
Oh
good.
my god.
Number 4.
Rosa, would you like to suggest one?
Oh, God.
I'll go with a CM Punk one. I'd like to hear that.
Oh. Now you're talking. This is good.
The fact that you have to look for the lyrics is surprising me.
I'm not looking for the lyrics.
You looking for the music?
Shall I sing it? Shall I go for
Yeah,
it?
please.
Go for it.
Right. The Cult of Personality.
It's just an
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes.
Very ready.
What does it go like? Do, 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 do.
That's for you.
One second, I forgot.
You missed your own cue. You missed your own cue.
My word.
Oh god.
I've genuinely forgotten.
What?
Oh, this is awful, guys.
How?
Okay. Look into my eyes. What do you see? A cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, the cult of personality. Like Mussolini and Kennedy.
Okay, last one.
Oh, guys. I hate you.
Last one. And it's a choice between Hulk Hogan's Real American theme
Oh,
You can do that, so I'll look for a different one.
or John Cena My Time Is Now.
oh man, I hate them
What
both.
do you think of the DX
And you have-
team?
Oh yeah, you can do the DX theme if you'd like.
Can I actually?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to search for the
Need
lyrics
a lot
again.
of emphasis on wherever there's emphasis in the song.
Yep.
There's a lot.
Break it down.
My word, I've not had this much fun in a while. But which one? Aaron, which one would you say is the best yet?
By far the either the Cult of Personality line with the Mussolini or the My Time Is Now.
Oh god.
Ooh, are you ready?
Oh right.
You think you could tell us what
I
to
thought
do?
you were asking us if we were ready for this.
You think you could tell us what to wear? You think you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow down to the masters. Break it down. Degenerate in something, fool. We just get tired of doing what you tell us to do. Like a brace boy, yeah. Like a brace little man. Break it down. Degeneration X. Degeneration X. You think you could tell me what to do? You think you know who you're talking to? Well, you better get used to the way the ball bounces. I see you got I measures an ounce head. That's a brace little boy. Yeah, that's a brace little man. Break it down.
Yeah, that's good.
Can I bow?
That song sounded like you were being a really a really bad bully.
I think you got.
Yeah.
I think you got into it recently, right at the end. I think you really got into it.
Yeah.
I think this should be the new forfeit.
Oh god.
Reza, are you ready to do the forfeit next week when you lose?
I'm more than happy to do it. But with me, I would.
Honestly, it's not as easy as it seems. Like
I'd rather stick with the reviewing because I will review it. So yeah.
yeah.
Hey, I'll do it but then I do it on every show anyway.
Well, what we should do is if you don't review it, a legit review, not a Wikipedia plot, and if you don't review it, then you should have to sing 5 songs no matter what. No excuses, nothing. If you fail to
Yeah,
review
sounds
anything, you have to sing. So you better prepare yourself for that.
Yes.
From next week we find out, but that's later on in the show. I think right now the forfeit is done, and so we move on to the next segment.
Which is the news for this week. 2K Sports has confirmed that WWE 2K15 will launch in the US on October 28th and internationally on October 31st. There were rumours that it would come out in towards WrestleMania time, but this release date is now official. The game will be available for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 as well. At this time, the word backstage is that Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt and Bad News Barrett are the 3 favourites among Vince McMahon and Triple H, amongst other top executives. Triple H has been the main guy behind the pushes of the Wyatt family, The Shield, Adam Rose and Bo Dallas. As far as Roman Reigns goes, plans seem to be locked that his first world title victory will be special and likely done at a WrestleMania event. There are even rumours that his world title win could take place as soon as WrestleMania 31, but who could Reigns work with to make his title win very special? The top 2 names right now are considered to be Brock Lesnar and The Rock. The Rock has previously told Vince McMahon that he would like to work with Reigns before he officially retires. In terms of Reigns winning the title, when The Rock was asked about returning or possibly getting the title to make this happen, he said yes, it would likely happen at Royal Rumble. And remember, he does not technically have a rematch when he lost the title to Cena. That was an external source when he spoke to The Rock. A lot can happen now, between now and WrestleMania 31, but it does appear that Roman Reigns could be the babyface that WrestleMania 31 does get built around. But it should be noted that several weeks ago there were plans to do a Roman Reigns versus Triple H singles feud with a match set for SummerSlam. What are your thoughts on Roman Reigns, the WrestleMania being built around him as soon as WrestleMania 31 as well?
I've never liked this idea of WrestleMania being built around anyone. I never have. WrestleMania is like the stage that the superstars should just perform at. All the rivalries should be built around WrestleMania. But like Roman Reigns and SummerSlam against Triple H, I would love to see that. Yeah.
I would love it as well. Yeah, I would really love the Roman Reigns Triple H feud. Like Imran said, building WrestleMania around one person, like they did with Daniel Bryan this year just gone, seems a little bit of a cop-out, because then when something like Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker does happen, it's not the main attraction. We're still waiting for the Daniel Bryan feud, which was also, albeit very, very good, but then because it's at the end of the card, seems a bit lackluster. I don't want the same thing to happen with Roman Reigns and The Rock. I want the entire show to be amazing and that to be the icing on the cake.
I agree 100%. But yeah, as well, as I said, Bray Wyatt, Bad News Barrett and Roman Reigns are Vince McMahon's 3 favourites. Which is interesting. Since WrestleMania, there have been numerous reports regarding Sting and the possibility of him coming into WWE for a run with the company. At one point, it was considered to be a lock that he was signing and coming in. However, with him still yet having to put pen to paper, there are some who are thinking that there's at least a chance he won't end up signing when all is said and done. For what it's worth, many others expect it to happen, but there are only a very few select people in the know. That's making it very difficult to know how the talks are or have been going. Sting revealed in an interview a while back that he had discussions and negotiations with WWE several years ago, and that he came close to signing a deal for 100 dates per year with the company. Ultimately, Sting did end up backing out on the deal while the offer was on the table. So there are some right now who are worried that that could be the case again with current negotiations. But during WrestleMania 30 weekend, Sting did note in an I don't know how to put a speech that 31 was his new favourite number, basically leading many to believe that he was talking about a debut with WWE at WrestleMania 31 next year. It's
a very now or never kind of
exactly
thing. I mean, if he's ever going to get a run, it's only going to be this year. One match at WrestleMania.
Who knows?
Seems like it's not going to happen now, but
yeah. But we'll have to wait and see. But our last word, Sting was still scheduled to work on several WWE Network and DVD projects for whether that is worth.
Oh yeah, I mean he has been on WWE Network quite a
Yeah, with
lot.
the Ultimate Warrior things as well. So
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
who knows? But yeah, WWE has had an offer on the table for Ric Flair to return as a regular TV character, which
Woo!
recently led Ric Flair to getting a full cardiovascular physical before the company would use him on TV.
Oh,
Every
hold on.
talent
Can I ask, is this related to the GM spot?
could be,
Maybe.
could be. Flair has been working out. Right now he's at 230 pounds. He wants to get down to 225 before his TV return. His return could be set for tomorrow night's NXT Takeover if he accompanies his daughter Charlotte to the ring.
Well, that'll be a nice little touch.
But yeah, as far as what role Flair will play when he does return on TV, there's been some discussion of putting him with The Miz. The feeling is
Oh.
that Flair could help elevate The Miz in becoming a top-tier performer, although some are believing that pairing Flair with The Miz would be wasting Flair's value. Basically, Flair himself went to WWE and requested to manage Dolph Ziggler, although WWE didn't want that to happen. It seems like they don't want to push Ziggler, so it is unlikely that they will go with a Flair and Ziggler duo.
So let's get this right. So they've tried Ric Flair and The Miz, which flopped horribly.
Yep.
Wasted The Miz, wasted Ric Flair,
Yep.
wasted the legacy of the figure four leg lock,
Yep.
and they still want to try it again. They still are going against Dolph Ziggler, who the fans clearly love.
Yeah, it's.
I think the reason it failed though was because of the Miz. It wasn't because of Flair.
No, yeah, but because like The Miz is a bit of a flop character.
As a face, they tried to make him a face, and he just doesn't do the whole. I mean, watch Christmas Bounty. Oh no, we didn't.
But yeah, he actually requested working with Ziggler, which I think, why? If he's requested it, he knows he can do something with him. Why not? What's the harm? You can't get worse than what it was with.
Exactly.
It's I don't know. When do you think?
Ziggler could easily be the next Nature Boy.
When do you think he will make his TV return?
It could be next week. I mean, I think he has been announced for NXT Takeover, same with Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But I think it could be like within weeks. We'll never know. You never know with WWE.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, The Big Show will be starring in a new WWE Studios film. The company has signed a deal with Lionsgate to co-finance 6 upcoming films, and the first will be titled Vendetta. It's an action film starring Big Show. The film is about a detective who deliberately commits a crime to get sent to prison so he can seek vengeance on the crook serving a life sentence for murdering his wife. There have been rumors going around that once Batista leaves Evolution could recruit a new member. Whether that's 100% going ahead, I'm not sure, but there have been rumors, a lot of rumors online, suggesting that it would be Sheamus who joins the group. Guys, I just wanted to ask, what are your thoughts, firstly, on Evolution getting a new member in Sheamus, and then, if you had the chance to pick someone who you think is a good fit, who would you pick?
I think it's awful. I don't like Sheamus that much. He's good in the ring, but he's a United States champion. He's not much of a Evolution type of guy. Evolution's been about evolving like the youngsters in Batista, in Randy Orton. Why not carry on that tradition? Why not get somebody from NXT or somebody on low cards and make him into the big star? I think it's waste.
I think Evolution isn't about that though. I think Evolution right now is about the more established people. It's more. It's like the King of Kings sort of area of the WWE, and that's why I don't think that they'll bring in an NXT star. I would like them to, obviously, because of my previous predictions. I would love a Bo Dallas. Jokes aside, I would love Bo Dallas, even if he's a fringe member and he thinks he's part of an Evolution. I would love that, but I think it will be Sheamus. I'm not opposed to it because he'll just take over the role that Batista is in right now. And let's be honest, anything is better than Batista.
No, but like, okay, fair enough. Evolution is supposed to be this elite class of superstars, but Sheamus isn't very elite.
But then neither's Batista, really.
He's a lot more elite than Sheamus,
I
he's a lot more established than Sheamus.
That's the key thing. I think Batista's established himself as
Yeah.
one of the best, even though you like him or not. But I think I'm going to go with Imran on
I
this.
disagree. I think the modern day crowd enjoys Sheamus a lot more than they enjoy Batista.
Yeah, but Batista will always be a lot more solid main eventer than Sheamus.
I disagree. I
was.
think Sheamus is a better wrestler.
That may
Better
be.
wrestler and a better all-around main event. You can put him in the main event with any wrestler and have a decent match. You can't say the same with Batista.
I think with WWE, the main thing is who's going to make you more money.
Exactly.
That will be Batista, whether we like it or
and
not.
that's what
I
defines.
disagree. Again, I disagree. Look at the crowd reaction. At the end of the day, that's what you have to base it off with him.
Mhm.
Nobody likes Batista. There are still people that like Sheamus.
I appreciate your opinion, but I'm gonna go with Imran on this. I think Batista, like, if we cast your mind back to Evolution of previous years, we had Ric Flair as the veteran role of the past, Triple H as the present, Orton and Batista the future. Now the role is Triple H as the past, Orton and Batista as the present, and they need a future superstar. Sheamus isn't the future superstar, in my opinion. They need someone who they can bring in and help. Basically, they're looking for another Randy Orton, as Imran once said to
Hey,
me.
I've got an idea.
Imran said to me a few days ago, they need a new Randy Orton.
They do.
Someone who will is difficult in today's day and age because you don't know who's going to be successful and who you don't. But I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to Sheamus. I can see it happening. But if I had my own choice, I would say give it to a younger superstar already on the main roster. Not NXT. NXT is too big.
For that, though. They're not going for the younger superstar. You can tell they're not.
I know they're
have
not.
it.
But as in, I said, if I had a
superstar-
choice, I would go for that.
No,
why-
but that's the point.
about
That's the point we're
superstar?
trying to. That's the point we're trying to discuss. Though, at the end of the day, like you're saying, oh, they want to bring in Sheamus. At the end of the day, the reason they want to bring in Sheamus is because this is the direction they're going in.
fair play. But yeah, as in, if it was up to me,
Yeah,
and I was
that's
in charge
fair
of
enough.
creative,
If it was
would-
up to me, Bo Dallas would already be in there.
Yeah, exactly. But as in, there were rumors going around that as well, that if the WWE wanted to completely give the internet wrestling community a slap in the face,
Oh god,
to have Roman Reigns join it. But obviously, they're not going to go with that.
No.
please no.
But yeah, obviously, if you're listening and you've got any thoughts on this whole Evolution saga, please do let us know. It appears that WWE is interested in another talent from Japan. There are rumors that the company has already signed Kenta and Prince Devitt, who's not Japanese, but he's worked extensively in Japan for NJPW.
And he's really good.
Yeah, there is another name on the radar, Kota Ibushi, who's the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he works under dual contracts for New Japan and DDT. He's one to keep your eye on as well. I think it's good to get in these independent wrestlers as well. Prince Devitt, brilliant. Kent is the one I'm going to say you look forward to the most if it happens.
Isn't Prince Devitt just going to be another Evan Bourne?
He could be. Or,
I hope not.
I think he is a better visually, because the thing with him is he can wrestle, but he has this whole gimmick of body paints and stuff, which is simple, but it looks cool.
Jeff Hardy.
A lot cooler than Jeff Hardy's.
Thank God.
Okay, right, so before we do get too far into this and say, oh, it's not going to happen, it is going to happen, this story is coming out of the very kayfabe-oriented WWE magazine. It often posts such things as misdirections. It's always wrong most of the time because they don't know what's going to happen in storylines. They just publish these magazines.
Wait,
they have
so
to.
it's not going to happen?
It could happen, that's the thing. They're wrong most of the time, but where people were seeing this as a hint. But some sources are reporting that they have included this on purpose. It could be the case. Either way, the June issue of the WWE magazine hints at a possible Chris Jericho return. One of the magazine's articles is examining the June 29th Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which takes place in Boston. Amongst the profiled superstars with experience in the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, they've included Rhodes, Kingston, Christian and Jericho. Jericho is listed as a current WWE superstar and adds already with a Hall of Fame worthy career, Jericho could still use a win at this event to make us forget about some lackluster recent events, returns to the ring. A contract cash-in will be just the thing he needs to net him a 7th world title also. Now, I don't know why you'd list him as a current WWE superstar. Maybe it's an error, but I
mean, why this this article is yet to be released.
It's in the June issue, yeah, basically. But obviously, it's going to come out before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, so they can highlight the actual event beforehand. So, I don't know, that's the key thing. WWE Magazine, the people who publish that, WWE.com as well, they don't know what the creative team are going to go with. They just write content. and publish it. But I think this either is a massive error that they need to get rid of.
I don't think this is a massive error. I think this is a spoiler, and
It's perfect.
wow,
Jericho returns.
I'm
I
excited.
hate spoilers.
It's not a spoiler.
I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing right now.
As in, it could happen, it could not. I don't want, our 7 or 8 listeners to think, oh, Jericho's returning, and when he doesn't, you think we just lied. It's a rumor. I just lied.
You.
I just lied. But it's a rumor. If it goes
He either lied to us or he either spoiled it for us.
You're a
if it's true,
liar,
then you
John.
know we have reliable sources. It's as simple as
So
that.
the pitchforks,
I
the
will-
petrol bombs.
I will give
to
my
Razor's breast.
I will give my source credit if he or she is correct about this. That's it. That's what I'm going to say. If it
Give
happens,
the WWE magazine credit.
no, they're not them. Well, this, as I said, could be a massive error or not. Right, okay, on Raw we kind of heard the future of the WWE World title, but more will be clear at Payback. However, one possible plan, as I said earlier on during the Raw review, I think it was, is for top superstars to compete in a ladder match at Money in the Bank instead of a future title shot. The winner would get the championship. Quickly, what do you think about that? If it happens.
Money in the Bank, I look forward to it. I look forward to the winner. I think it adds spice. Whoever wins the briefcase, I think no matter what, they should keep that briefcase. They can't replace it with the WWE title. If they have a separate WWE title match and they have the one for the briefcase, then awesome. But
I think I'd like that as well, but Ari, what about you?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, especially now with the fact that there's only one champion, it can happen on any show. And to have that excitement, you need to have a Money in the Bank winner with a storyline about the Money in the Bank briefcase. If this pay-per-view it'll just end up being a glorified ladder match for the title, and then once you have a champion, that's it.
Right, okay,
There is no uncertainty for the next year.
let's just look at it now. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Daniel Bryan is holding it. When all the dust settles, everything's clear. Arif, who do you think is going to hold the WWE World Heavyweight Championship when Money in the Bank hits us?
Oh, that's a difficult question.
At Money in the Bank, before the event kicks off, who will be champion?
Daniel Bryan.
Imran?
nobody.
You think it'll be vacant?
Yes, I do think it'll be vacant. It'll be vacated at Payback. And if WWE Magazine is correct, somebody's going to spice up the title
We'll see.
division.
But Payback is already booked, so if Bryan does surrender the titles, a new champion won't be crowned until Money in the Bank at the earliest.
Exactly.
Now, this is a shocking figure. When I read it, I was surprised. Vince McMahon, since WrestleMania, how long ago was that?
A couple of months ago.
2 months?
April 7th, was
Yeah.
it? April 7th. From WrestleMania until, I think it was Friday, Vince McMahon has lost $842 million
What?
due to that stock drop. 350 million of it was the day of the
Oh.
stock making this huge
So-
drop,
Wait, so he hasn't actually lost that money then?
but he could have made that. That's the thing.
Yeah. So it's the difference in how much he...
Yeah.
See, this is what I don't like about the whole, they lost this much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they didn't, because they
Yeah,
never
but
had
it's-
it to begin with.
Yeah, but it's the difference between being a billionaire and a millionaire.
That's the thing.
So-
He's like now he's currently worth about $700 million, but sources close to Ms. McMahon, they've said he's more upset about the media coverage that he's not a billionaire than he is the actual loss. So there's Vince for you.
Typical Vince
Yeah.
McMahon.
Right, Brad Maddox was fired on Monday Night Raw, as we know. WWE.com has a new poll asking fans who should be the new Raw general manager. You can still vote, I think. Your choices are Paul Heyman, JBL, Adam Rose, Vicky Guerrero, Hulk Hogan, Bray Wyatt, Zeb Coulter, William Regal, Lana, and John Laurinaitis. Right now, Hulk Hogan leads the vote with 44%.
People power!
Paul Heyman is second on that list. From those options, quickly, who would you say you'd rather see from that list? Heyman, JBL, Rose, Guerrero, Hogan, Wyatt, Laurinaitis, Coulter, Regal, Lana.
Did you say Laurinaitis?
John Laurinaitis is there.
Oh, this is difficult now.
But I think with the
I'm-
history between Laurinaitis and Triple H, I don't think that would happen.
I would actually love to see her.
I'd take out
Lana.
Heyman. I'd take out Heyman because he needs to be with one person, not the whole roster.
Yeah,
Managing it.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
He needs to be with Cesaro right now.
Lana?
Give it to Hogan.
Hogan. I think
Again,
Hogan,
Lana with Rusev works so well
Yeah.
because she's the only one that can stop the beast.
instant heat. But yeah, you can still vote on that, and I don't think our vote really matters. But yeah, you still can.
still say Lana.
According to sources, Arif, who did you say? Hogan.
Hogan.
Yeah. According to sources,
Ric Flair.
Christian is ready to return to the ring. Look,
No,
you guys can't
Oh,
contain
God.
your excitement, can you?
just retire.
The last time he was ready to come back to action, WWE delayed the return for several weeks. But yeah, no one knows when he's going to come back, but apparently he is ready.
And then he'll be injured again.
Right, okay, Arif, I think this time we hope he does so he doesn't come back. Not in a mean way, but just so he can retire and call it a day. Right, Arif, earlier on, I forgot when you said it, but you did say Rusev
During Raw.
defeating black men.
Mhm.
Xavier Woods, R-Truth, who else was there? Kofi Kingston, and most recently Big E. That's because there is talk within WWE of bringing back the concept behind the popular Attitude Era stable, the Nation of Domination.
Oh my God.
The report states that debut of Rusev and his subsequent victories over Truth, Woods, Kingston, as well as his upcoming feud with Big E, it's no random billing. I thought it was quite random at first. Okay, it's just I didn't notice it even that he's beating black men. Put it that way, and but yeah, it's not random. As these four superstars may be forming a similar group to Nation of Domination. I don't know if you know about this, but throughout the 90s, Ron Simmons led a group of future stars, which The Rock was also involved in. So you can see how that does
But
help.
They looked like more. They weren't high flyers. They
Exactly.
were more a beast, like Biggie Langston. But then you've got like Kofi Kingston, R-Truth, and Xavier Woods in this sort of group. It just doesn't make
A
sense.
lot of people are saying you need to include Mark Henry into this.
Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil as well, great. There's a lot of options. I would personally take Woods, Truth, and Kofi out, and that leaves you with Biggie.
Yep.
But yeah, if they're gonna
You
create
know who else we need to put in there?
Who?
Tyson Kidd.
Tyson Kidd.
Yep, Tyson Kidd in there as well. I don't think I understand the concept of this.
Right. Okay. Big E's still, garnering pretty positive reaction from the crowd since his loss of the championship.
Oh wait, I know why Tyson Kidd can't be in there.
Go on.
He's
Take a while.
Canadian.
Oh yeah. Stick Darren Young in there, but that'd go down well.
That's racist.
How was that racist? They're all black in the
You-
first
you-
place.
What do you mean they're all? You're looking at their skin color.
Yeah, but that's the point in Nation of Domination. They were
What? So
But-
that's why Tyson Kidd can't be in there.
But yeah, basically they're planning on doing this. I don't know if it's going to go ahead.
He's related to Bret Hart.
This is to put a nation-like stable to show what these superstars need to make a name for themselves. Ron Simmons is still under contract with WWE in a Legends contract. Whether he plays a part in it, I'm not 100% sure.
That would actually be awesome.
No.
I love that.
After the news of WWE's financial problems and their plans to make WWE Network profitable, their Chief Strategy and Financial Officer, George Barrios, said there may be advertisements on the network soon. Ads could start appearing as soon as the first quarter of 2015. They've also been talking about increasing the monthly subscription cost to increase revenue. As some of you may or probably haven't noticed, the Great Khali has been off TV for a while. He's back in India over the past month and he's re-registered to be a police officer. He's expected... I bet our non-Asian followers have no idea what the hell that just was.
Yeah, like we have any non-Asian followers.
He's fair point. He is expected back on WTV very soon, possibly as soon as next week. But there are reports in India that he's been in serious talk with a fellow Indian wrestler about starting a new promotion over there. Good luck to him.
Oh, so good out here.
Yeah, I'm sure you can teach people how to work on the microphone, how to sing, how to dance, how to kiss. I'm sure.
Or how to wrestle.
Monday night's WWE Payback Go Home edition of Raw was reportedly the final Raw appearance by Batista for the time being. As noted in the past, the Animal will be taking off for a couple of months to do some movie, promotional work for Guardians of the Galaxy and other things like that. It is believed that when the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan makes his return to the ring, he'll be working with Kane, likely in a Buried Alive match. This was planned before his neck surgery, and he is currently advertised for future live events, which obviously, they are subject to change, but you'd think that if changed it by now, he is still scheduled to work with Kane. Whether he has a title or not, we'll have to wait and see. But sticking with Batista, there are conflicting reports on whether or not Monday's Raw was his last appearance. Apparently, he could be set for another Raw appearance before he does go on his break to promote the Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think anyone will miss him anyway. And now this was interesting, funny. I don't know how this got out there. I don't know if you noticed it, but yesterday I think it was, I asked you guys whether you watched Raw.
Yeah.
And this was because I wanted to focus on the Shield Evolution contract signing. I don't know if you saw this or you might have heard of it by now, but it was quite amusing. The front page of the contract, standard contract, they used it for the WWE Payback pay-per-view on this Sunday, and it had an interesting message at the bottom. There are images online, and I kid you not, this is true. 100% this is the script, not the script, but the page of the contract that was used. At the bottom, it said, World Wrestling Entertainment is a creative genius. The whole creation of the universe was fashioned by his ever-toiling hands. All living mortals should praise his name and image. That was on the contract.
So it's Bray Wyatt.
I have no idea, but that was pretty odd. I don't know how someone took a picture of it, but that's exactly what it
Vince
said.
McMahon?
Was it Sister Abigail?
I have no idea, but I don't think they meant.
Triple H.
I don't think they meant for it to get out. But yeah, that's probably what they do use on their contract. I bet they do create the script writers just write a load of abuse because no one's gonna read it. Just write.
Yes, we actually did.
Yeah. Finally, the reaction to Paul Heyman from the fans online seems to be mostly positive for his microphone work. Well, it turns out people backstage are big fans of Paul Heyman as well. A lot of the people on the roster and in the office have said that Paul is putting in some of the best microphone work he's ever done, and some of the praise is coming from the executive offices. Heyman isn't ruffling feathers in the company these days because he isn't involved in any creative processes, but he has given advice to many of the talents when asked. The general feeling is from some of the lower card talent is that they want to be paired with Heyman or, get the rub from him by working with the program, which, to help them with their careers. Apparently, nobody is blaming Heyman for the failed push of Ryback or Curtis Axel since that falls on the lap of the creative team. But it might surprise some of you that he gets along really well with Triple H, Steph and Vince. Heyman and McMahon didn't see eye to eye during the mid-2000s. But yeah, during these days, everything is very professional between them. There haven't been any issues. The company also realizes that they did do some damage to Brock Lesnar since he's lost so many pay-per-view matches. But he has been kept strong in part of, thanks to Paul Heyman's microphone work. And they do feel that Heyman and Brock are, focal points in pay-per-view buys and making people want to subscribe to the WWE Network as well. Because people do want to see Lesnar wrestle, especially since he ended the streak. And they're thanking Paul Heyman for doing such a good job of keeping Lesnar's name out there, even when he's not there. I think we can just talk about Paul Heyman all day, but
Yes.
That is the news I have for you today. Hopefully a lot more next week with the, the Payback Fallout. So I will see you with the news next week.
Hopefully we'll have a better understanding of the world title situation.
Hope so. Really hope so.
I think it's time now, though, guys, to go on to our Payback predictions. Now, there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches announced, as well as an in-ring segment, and 2 matches not yet announced, but that may be on the card. Now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to go through each match. A win is 3 points if you predict correctly. However, with the in-ring segment, there's also going to be a will it or won't it worth 1 point on a couple of questions. That'll be revealed a little bit later on properly. But we're going to start off first with the first prediction of the night with the Mask versus Hair kickoff pre-show match. El Torito versus Hornswoggle, and we're going to go with Imran first.
Well, I think it was on Raw where we saw Hornswoggle take off the bull's tail. I got a feeling Hornswoggle is going to win this match. I think he's going to take off the mask soon. And El Torito is it's not going to be a bull anymore.
Hornswoggle. Imran goes with Hornswoggle. Or as my phone calls it, Hornswiggle. Riza?
I'm going to disagree. First match as well, we're disagreeing.
Oh, here we go.
I think El Torito will defeat Hornswoggle.
Nice.
The Extreme Rules match was pretty good, surprisingly. I don't think this match is going to match up to that, but I think it's more likely that Hornswoggle will get his hair cut.
He's going bald.
Like he did when he first appeared. He had really short hair when he first appeared as a leprechaun.
But
And I think
he's going bald.
I think El Torito losing his mask isn't good because that's an important part of the whole Los Matadores gimmick.
I just think he will lose the mask and he'll have a mask underneath it.
I don't know. I just think Hornswoggle will lose. I didn't talk on yours, so I'd appreciate it if you let me.
Oh, whoa. Back it up.
Oh,
Nothing to see here. Everyone just calm down. Because we're going to move on
Hold
to
me
the
back,
main
Harry.
show.
Hold me back.
We're going to move on to the main show, ladies and gentlemen. With 2 matches that have not yet been announced. These are still worth 3 points. Obviously, you won't be penalised if they don't turn up on the show. Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger. Rizza?
I'm gonna have to go with Adam Rose. I think if it does happen, Adam Rose is someone WWE built. They had them vignettes around him, big build up, and to have him lose on his first pay-per-view appearance in already an underwhelming debut few weeks it won't make sense. I'm gonna have to go with an Adam Rose victory if it happens.
And Imran, please.
It's a no-brainer. Adam Rose, he's going to get the win.
Fair enough. On to the second match that isn't announced, the WWE Tag Team title match. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, members of the Wyatt family, versus the Usos. Imran, please can we have your prediction first?
I always liked the Usos chasing the champions. And let's be honest, the Wyatt family deserve something, a goal like this. They're the best tag team out there. So Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, they're going to bring home the gold.
Imran, thank you very much for that prediction. Rizza, can I have your opinion?
It's very nicely played off. I think
it's hard to write down predictions.
I understand. I agree with Imran because Usos are very good challengers. They're good as underdogs. The thing with the Wyatt family is they don't need gold to be relevant, but imagine what gold can do to them. Bray might not be a champion. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan deserve it. If that match happens, it's on short notice because it's not announced yet. So I'm still going to go with the Usos winning that.
Oh.
Stall. There we go. Okay, and Rizza goes with the Usos. Over to our favourite new Russian superstar, Rusev.
Right.
Where he takes on Biggie Langston in a Battle of the Nation of Domination formation match. Rizza, can we have your opinion, please, on this eagerly anticipated war?
Basically, Rusev is going to defeat Big E.
Yeah.
I just don't think they'll have Big E come into this place where Rusev is destroying everyone. He comes out of nowhere and beats Rusev. A victory over Big E will make Rusev look huge, bigger than he already is, and I think that's what they're going for. Sets it up nicely for a match down the line or even a feud. If Big E wins, then Rusev has lost. What else does anyone have to do? They've defeated this big Russian giant, and it's all done. But I think Rusev will show his dominance and he will defeat Big E.
Okay,
And,
Imran, please.
And regrettably, I agree with Rosa there. Rusev represents Russia right now. What better way to take on Russia, if you wish, than by reforming the Nation of Domination? That's by Big E losing. We have this big run-in by Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, R-Truth. Damn. Ron Simmons? Yeah.
Wait,
yeah,
so Rusev's going to win or Big E's going to win?
That's the point. Yeah.
Rusev's going to win.
Rusev's going to win.
Right, Rusev's going to win, but then, everyone's going to turn up.
Yeah, not everyone, all the black guys.
Oh, well, there we go.
African Americans.
The WWE Intercontinental title match. We have Rob Van Dam versus BNB. Bad News Barrett. Imran, what's your prediction?
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Bad News Barrett will be winning, retaining, because it's predictable.
Bad News Barrett with Imran. And Rizza.
I agree. Bad News Barrett will win. The fans love him. As I said, Vince loves him. A solid European tour. Momentum. Who knows how long RVD will be around, so I don't think they're going to stick the title on him. So I think, yeah, Barrett will win. Look like a stronger champion as well.
Fair enough. From one British wrestler to another, the WWE Divas title match. Alicia Fox versus Paige. Rizza, please can we have your prediction first?
Alicia Fox has been relevant once more. I still don't like her a lot, but she's showing that she can act better than most of the Total Divas as well. So I was taken back by her actions over the last few weeks, by how well she can actually work. Saying that, I'm not intrigued by this match. We've seen this match, I think, 2 or 3 times already, so I see no reason as to why Paige is going to lose this. Paige is going to win all the way.
Yeah, fair enough. Imran?
Yeah, again, this is recently crowned champion Paige. We're still getting used to her. Alicia Fox, yeah, she's doing great. I enjoy it. I find it something different where she goes and starts spraying beer everywhere and start picking fights with the fans. But it's Paige. Paige is going to retain.
Yeah. I genuinely agree. With something like this, I think it's just a filler until AJ Lee comes back. WWE United States title match. Cesaro versus Sheamus. Imran, can we have your prediction first, please?
Again, a recently crowned champion, Sheamus.
But this time against a credible opponent.
Yeah, but I mean, if they were planning to give Cesaro the title, they would have given it months ago. Weeks ago when Sheamus won it. I think if Sheamus loses it so soon, it's only going to hurt Sheamus. Only going to hurt Sheamus. And Cesaro can lose and still bounce back, and we forget about the loss because he's that good. He's got Paul Heyman.
Sheamus it is, I guess.
I think it's quite the opposite. I think it won't hurt Sheamus at all because he's lost a lot of matches, and as we said, he still has the option to turn heel. A Cesaro loss you don't want to see because he's with Paul Heyman. So I think this is probably one of the hardest matches to call down the middle. Sheamus has recently won the title. The feud's been going on for like 2 weeks. That's the key thing for me here. This feud isn't ending here. Cesaro will be United States champion, but it won't be at Payback.
Do you really think... I think he's too big for the title now.
I think he is, but it's something he needs to have.
But then again,
to lift,
without a split in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, what else can you really go
exactly,
for?
that's the next step up.
Apart from this, yeah, exactly. So fair enough.
I think he will win, but it won't be at Payback. I still think Sheamus will retain at Payback. But yeah, obviously later on.
I'm sure a year and a half ago there was a time where we had Bad News Barrett as the Intercontinental Champion and Cesaro as United States Champion, and it felt a bit stale at the time.
That's because their gimmicks were pretty bad.
Yeah, they were pretty bad, but I don't want to see it go back to that same...
Just to confirm, really quickly, just to confirm, guys, Reza, you're going for Sheamus to retain. Does that mean you think Sheamus will win, or do you think Cesaro will win?
I was hoping you'd avoid that.
Don't forget, it has to be...
You played it clever.
It's not
who
walks out with the championship.
It's always very clever by you.
Now it gets difficult, because now you actually have to make me think about what's going to happen.
Yep.
That's what you would have known.
Look at him trying to trick us in, man. Who do you think he is?
Yeah, he tried getting away, sure.
I don't know.
Yo.
Pinning a Paul Heyman guy, it's not like it's going to be the end of the world for him. So I'm still going to say I think Sheamus will defeat him.
Sheamus to defeat Cesaro.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That could obviously also happen through disqualification where Cesaro...
hits him.
Yeah. Finds a way to get disqualified. But you know what? Honestly, they're locked in now. But I would honestly say Cesaro wins if anything, by disqualification, because Sheamus snaps and then turns heel from there. But I don't know. Anyway, onwards and upwards. The first out of two main events, I'd say, no holds barred elimination match: Shield versus Evolution. Imran, we're gonna go with you.
Isn't it my
second?
Yeah, it's me first.
Yeah, and Reza first. Yep.
Yeah.
First, I was thinking when you asked me, it's going to take me a while to actually give you an answer, but I'm going to tell you straight away, the Shield are going to beat Evolution because Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are going to get eliminated first, and Roman Reigns is going to fight back and defeat Evolution.
Is it not too early?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Basically, my point is Shield will win, unless you're offering extra points for certain things to happen.
Well, I was going to move on to that after I've asked you both. But yeah, please carry on. Imran, who do you think will win?
Well, you know what? I would agree with Reza by saying that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins will get eliminated first, and then Reigns will fight back. I forgot his name. Yeah, Reigns will fight back, but I think the win's going to go with Evolution.
Yeah, that's exactly how I think it's going to play out as well.
Yeah, they can't lose. They shouldn't lose.
I think it'll be Reigns versus the three of them. He'll defeat two of them, and then Triple H will ultimately take him down with the sledgehammer, leading to the eventual
the fourth man, sledgehammer.
Yep, the fourth man. The fourth man in the Impact Zone. But yeah, so for the extra point, who will pin who? Reza, can I ask you? You were saying at the end, it will be Roman Reigns pinning.
Roman Reigns, in the end, will eliminate Batista, which results in him leaving.
Eliminates Batista. That's a very good way of putting it. Because it doesn't involve pinfall. And Imran, who will the final member of Evolution pin? Or not necessarily final member, but who will get the final pinfall?
Triple H will get the final pinfall on Roman Reigns.
Oh, okay. That is only obviously worth one extra point, so it's not devastating. Eliminates Roman Reigns. Okay. And to our, you could say, main event of the night, the last man standing match. Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. Will Bray Wyatt have the whole world in his hands, or will John Cena make sure that Bray can't see him? Did you like my little segue into that there? Imran, we'll go with you first.
You know what? It's matches like these where I want to be last. I want to be second in making these predictions because this is so hard. This is actually so hard right now.
I'm more happy to go first if you want.
That's completely up to you guys. You're more than welcome to switch it around. It's just an alternate thing, but it's completely up to you.
I have my prediction.
Okay. Go ahead, Raza.
Right.
What do you think?
Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, last man standing. I said to Arif before, this is a gimmick match where John Cena never gives up. And as close as Bray Wyatt will come, John Cena will still be the last man standing. Bray will look brilliant, but this match is John Cena's. Simple.
So this match is John Cena's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have helped me either. I'll be honest with you. I still have no idea. There's still something, isn't there? There's still something that says Bray can win this.
Yeah.
And Bray can.
As I said, this is probably the second, or probably the third match. It's not easy to.
The only problem I have with John Cena winning is if John Cena wins, that's it. That's the end of the line. That's the end of the story. And I don't think WWE will do that. This story is going to continue, keep going, because it's awesome storytelling, even by John Cena. I think it's going to go with Bray Wyatt. He's going to have the world in his hands. I think the movement's going to keep growing. And this is only the beginning of it. Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. I say John Cena, but I still think this feud will happen. I'm not saying it's ending, because at the minute, technically it's 1-1. Yeah. Cena won at WrestleMania, Bray. The movement will continue to grow when Cena...
Well, I hope the feud doesn't end. It's awesome.
But John Cena at WrestleMania, then John Cena again, let's not forget, at Extreme Rules, he practically did win it until the Freaky Kid came up. But John Cena's never been down.
That's why he's not going to go down.
Moment?
He's not going to go down.
Can this be the moment, though? Can this be the moment that John Cena is down? That the C Nation has been conquered? Bray Wyatt, I'm going with you. I am a member of the Wyatt family. I follow the Buzzards.
I hope Bray wins. Don't get me wrong. I hope Bray wins. But for the sake of not having to review anything, my safer option would be John Cena not losing in his typical gimmick match. He never gives up.
No, I am not afraid. I am not afraid of the John Cena monster. I'm going with Bray Wyatt.
There we have it.
Nice. And finally, guys, the in-ring segment with Stephanie McMahon, Brie Bella, and the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Bryan. Will Daniel Bryan relinquish the title to save his wife? Imran.
Thank you. They're going to give it back to me. I know I don't want to swap this one around.
Okay. Let's see what we have.
It's a yes or no, and it's worth 3 points. So it's
what do we have here? Right. We've got a champion that can't defend the title for months and months. If they don't take it off him now, how else would they take it off him? They wouldn't.
So when is the next pay-per-view?
June 29th.
What date?
Same month.
June 29th.
End of the month.
Within 4 weeks. It's so difficult. This is actually so hard. Yeah, he's gonna relinquish the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
He will relinquish. Yeah.
Yes.
Any reason for that at all?
He loves his wife. I don't know.
Fair enough.
And Rizzo?
Right. Thing with me is I think if the way I'm picturing it in my head, Brie Bella is going to be in the ring. Daniel Bryan will be in the ring, and when Stephanie McMahon tells Bryan to make the decision, Brie Bella will be the one telling him to keep the gold, and
Yeah.
she will leave. That's what plays in my head when I think what could happen. So that's the thing. I think Brie Bella maybe there's a reason she might. She's not going to be fired. She can go for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months, but I think she will be back. So the way I'm picturing it in my head is the way I'm going to go with it. I think Daniel Bryan won't relinquish the gold.
Actually, now that you say that, the reason why that I would say that Brie Bella keeps her job is because she's needed in the Bella Twins. But Nikki Bella has been wrestling like
Eva Marie.
tag team matches with Eva Marie, so maybe they are signaling a single run for Nikki Bella. Maybe.
Who knows?
Would you like to change your prediction?
I don't know. I thought they were locked in.
They're locked in.
What is this?
They're locked in, and then
Oh, well, you didn't let me finish, because I would have said, sorry, you can't. You
Okay.
assumed the worst.
well, yeah, Daniel Bryan is going to lose the championship, and then we're going to have the return of
My best friend.
Break the World.
Break the world. Break the world down. Break the world down.
I'll have a word with him.
The world.
I'll have a word with him and I'll let you know
I
next
know
week
what you
he
got.
says.
You want. That's what you want.
Can you,
Baby, you know the Judas and I'm the priest.
for the sake of our...
Baby, what I got is not what I need.
Can
Step into the rain and the range of the beast.
you
Step
please
into
run down
the arena
the results
and break
once more
the once
for our listeners?
down. Break them.
Can you please go down the results once more just for the sake of our listeners?
Of course I can. So, starting with the Mask versus Hair kickoff pre-show match. El Torito versus Hornswoggle. Imran went with Hornswiggle and Reza went with El Torito. The WWE Tag Team title match that hasn't been announced yet. The Wyatt family, Imran. Reza goes with the Usos. The second match that wasn't announced, Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger. Both of the guys went with Adam Rose. Then we move over to Rusev versus Big E Langston. Both Imran and Reza went with Rusev for the win. In the WWE Intercontinental title match, Rob Van Dam versus Bad News Barrett. Both Imran and Reza went with Bad News Barrett. And then we move over to the WWE United States title match. Sheamus versus Cesaro. Both Imran and Reza go for a Sheamus victory. In the WWE Divas title match, Alicia Fox versus Paige. Both Imran and Reza go with Paige. And this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. In the no-holds-barred elimination match, The Shield versus Evolution. Imran went with Evolution, with Triple H eliminating Roman Reigns for the final pinfall. And then Reza went with The Shield, with Roman Reigns eliminating Batista in the final pinfall. In the Last Man Standing match, Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. Imran went with Bray Wyatt and Reza went with John Cena. And in the final segment, Stephanie McMahon asking Daniel Bryan if he'll relinquish his WWE World Heavyweight Championship to save the career of Brie Bella. Imran said yes, Daniel Bryan will relinquish the title. Whereas Reza said no, Daniel Bryan will still be your WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
This is interesting, isn't it?
And that is your predictions, Joe.
That is because we've actually gone for quite a few different results, but the main thing here is not who wins or loses. Well, actually it is, because when Imran loses, what will be his forfeit?
No, but that's the thing. It's not about the winning or the losing.
It's about the
It's
losing.
about the participating. You just have to believe. Why is Bo Dallas not on the card?
Too soon, I guess. Needs a pop.
Yes.
Oh, another question for an extra point. Will Bo Dallas be on the card in any shape or form?
Yes.
I agree.
Well, that's pointless.
That's quite pointless.
We'll leave it then. So yeah, this week I thought I would suggest something very, 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 very interesting as the forfeit. The loser of this week's show, which will be announced next week, and then we'll have to do the forfeit the week after.
Yeah.
We'll have to review Knucklehead,
Oh.
Right.
the Big Show movie about stupidity and giants. Knucklehead.
Okay.
I believe it's called Knucklehead, right?
I think so,
Yes,
Imran,
I think it is. It seems actually quite interesting. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
hope you haven't got such a busy schedule now. Now that you've done your education, you
Yes.
might have time to watch it now. So I look
Oh, wait a
forward-
minute. Is that all? Is that all I said?
Oh,
Is,
oh no.
Huh?
is Knucklehead the only thing? Because let's be honest, Knucklehead by itself wouldn't be much of a forfeit.
Okay.
It's unfortunate that I don't have anything else. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
so it means just Knucklehead.
Just Knucklehead, yes.
So yeah, that's our predictions. So if you're gonna watch Payback, which I'm sure you are, please do get in touch and tell us who you think's gonna win. And with that, guys, I think that's all we have time for this week.
Yep.
Thank you.
Been,
Thank you for coming back. It's been
yes, it's been great being back.
a genuine pleasure talking to you again after 2 weeks of talking to myself in my room like a madman, having conversations with myself. But yeah, hopefully we will be back, all of us, next week. I'm sure we will. Imran, it's great to talk to you. RFU as well, as always. Yeah.
Okay,
please-
well, all right. Okay, you've twisted my arm.
Oh, okay, yeah. Please come back next week.
Knucklehead, and
Oh,
there was a particular match that happened in 2010 that you may or may not have seen,
Okay.
but it was on NXT in 2010, and it was between Caitlyn and Maxine. It
Who
is
the hell?
widely rated as the worst match in WWE history.
what if we do a commentary on it?
I would like you to do a full play-by-play commentary on this 5-minute
Oh my
match.
god.
Oh,
Now I will provide the link to you guys when the time comes if you indeed lose.
Raza.
But yeah, I just want to say good luck.
wow, that's taking it because I really don't want to do that. I'd rather
Wow.
watch Knucklehead.
Wow.
Full play-by-play commentary as if you're the commentator in the match. We will get the listeners at home to watch along.
This makes SmackDown feel like a treat. Makes my singing feel like a treat.
Yep.
Yes, and I can't substitute it for a team match, can I?
No, unfortunately, even though it is a Divas match, you can't substitute this one.
So you're already planning on what you're gonna do, because you're
No.
gonna substitute. But guys, that is all we have time for. Please do tune in next week. We will have the Payback results, the Fallout news, reviews, everything we do normally talk about, and yeah, we will find out who the loser is. So please do tune in next week. Arif, thank you for turning up. Imran, you as well.
Thank you for having us.
Take care, and we will be back next week after Payback.